Hey, Cisco. There we go. Hey, Cisco. I don't know if there's if it's too loud with the music. I struggled for like 2 hours to change all my settings because I swapped over from the Danish Twitch to the English, and I can, put over the profiles. So it was a it was a struggle. Suddenly, it took like 2 hours. Well, you can only hear the ink. You cannot hear me or what? Oh, okay, okay. I was like confused. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've already have looked it up and it looks like it's reacting. First it didn't, so I was like, why? It worked just fine on the other settings. So I have two guys right now. I'm actually going to show something. Bassett and damn, now I can see the name. The one I have been talking to, Roof DH or something. Are you guys here? Hey, Roof. But what do you mean is your English channel, not your Danish one? Yeah, I'm on the English right now, which I haven't been on for like how long? Who's the TV? Hey, is it better? I need both of you guys in here, at least better because he waited for me on this one. 2 years, yeah. I think it was no. Actually, I think it's 3 since I streamed. Okay, hey, better. Guys, let me just. So I did some. I can't even say it. It's Thaumaturgy. Seriously, that name is horrible, especially for me because I can't pronounce anything that's just the slightly, yeah, different from something, yeah, originally or something like that. Let me just put this up while it still has like some kind of value. The prices has been spiking. Oh, now it's going down again. This is actually pretty good. It was 44 earlier, and the price went up here again. It's actually nice. This one is also pretty high. It's like 10 G's above what it used to be. So, but a lot of people have been trying to put in. They have seen there's money to make there. I bought, I don't know, 20,000 or something and made it into from rank 2 to rank 3. Well, so this is one on my main account. I ended up making the Thaumaturgy. This is the one I'm primarily doing with, but I think that I'm actually gonna log over on my other account so you guys can see a little bit one that is already being started out. So let me just close this one down for a second and open the other one. It might actually give more sense for you. Or make more sense for you. Hold on. Now I've closed my Battle.net as well. You're definitely gonna see that I'm rusty. Oh, I see there's a break right now. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but there's gonna come a break, a commercial break. That might be while I'm getting my my other account up. Right now I make 150k a week, nothing. Well, I mean, it's not bad, right? Maybe if you're like really going into gold making, you think it's slow, like me. And not that I think you're doing it, but if I'm doing myself, I'm like, oh, I need to really do this better. Oh. There we go. It should be coming up now. Do you guys, by the way, have a commercial break or what? Or is it first coming in 15 seconds? We did. Oh, okay. I even said that it should skip. Let's see here. It just ended. Okay, good. Well, it took some time for me to open this one since I also ended up by mistake closing Battle.net. And all the druids, it's not because I'm very much into druids. It's just when mob remix came, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a lot of those. Now the new expansions come, I'm gonna make it old army, but I didn't know what to pick of classes. So okay, here we go. This is the one I'm currently about to set up, and actually I decided instead of going enchanting, I highlight. Instead of going enchanting, I decided to go a combo with dual crafting, because then I'm able to not lock too many characters. And one of the thing is that mainly you are gonna be having the leather, the what's it called? Storm. Let me find it. Stormcharged leather. This one, Stormcharged leather, and glooming chin. I can't say it. But hi, Sula. You're gonna be having those two as kind of the primary. You're like, you know, thaumaturgy. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. Sorry. That's you're gonna, you know, process or break down. Let's call it that. And right now, you have microbloom. Then starts quite good. And then you have bismuth, which is an ore. Bismuth. There we go. And the leather is gonna give you, depending on which one you use, it's gonna give you either iron ore, iron clover, or this one, Akurite. I can't, seriously, all those names. Yeah, I know, right? I'm struggling in Danish pronouncing all those stuff, but yeah. Those two, and most likely it's not really gonna be beneficial to put it on auction house. You'll make more money processing it to, you know, prospecting it, and then maybe sometimes after gym crossing it. No, I mean Danish as well. I'm bad at pronouncing stuff in Danish too. If you have like just something that isn't the slightly very normal, right? So, and then it doesn't make it better with the English. I just, yeah, you know, I just need to get better. I'm quite rusty with the English. So, the thing is, when you start out, you're not really gonna have much. By the way, how far are you, Basse, with it? Did you start at all? I know that Ruth or Roth did. Started with 5 KB. Have you like skilled it at all? Like leveled it up? Where did the music go? This, it's because there's ads. It won't let me pick. Oh, okay. All right. Off topic. But what was your MCD character's name? And you, that was Nicole Davis, or Daddy Davis. Who did you play, Control? Okay, let me log in on this one then. This was the one I wanted to make a video about, but I think I spent like... Oh, Luca, it says something or reminds me something, but I can't remember correctly. Luca. Was that somebody that was like in a gang, or was it one of the other, what's it called, from the cops? Okay. I know I'm 20 in right now. Am I further than you? Mechanic? Oh, you were... I think there's something I can't recall correctly, but there's something on my mind now that's like kind of like, narrowing it down. It had black hair or something, right? And was a little bit like an everyday kind of character, correct? It says something. There's something that's reminding me of, at least. How you doing? And how you doing, Hyla? This is the bow you've been talking about. You wanted to learn more advanced stuff, right? And that's what he wanted everyone to believe. Yeah. Well, I used to play a Grim as well. Liv, like everyone thought she was like so sweet and never did anything. I played in no pigs, and then when they had a swap to 3.0, I believe that she was actually a middleman for speed and stuff like that. Like, but on my side, Alchemist is level 55. All right. Yeah. So while Bash is coming in on his character and checking how long he comes, I'm just gonna tell what I was doing. So the thing I was about to say is Thaumaturgy. Most likely you're gonna have those two kind of leather, and they're gonna either give you the iron claw ore or the arcurite ore, and most of the times it's really gonna be more lucrative for you. Hey, no lag. Yeah, no long, long time no see. Oof, damn, I can't even speak. It's so long since I have been speaking English, so I'm sorry. I know I'm rusty. But it really just, I would recommend you thinking about this combo where you're taking Thaumaturgy as Alchemist on one of them, and then on the second one you're gonna take the dual crafting. I know we're gonna be taking a little bit longer to get the artisan acuity, but since it takes quite some time as well, I know I have said, oh, it's only 2.5 weeks. Maybe 3. I don't know. It depends on when you start doing the week, right? It's really... I'm pretty sure that you will have enough acuity to start when you're done with the knowledge points. So you can rush, for example, with, let's say, enchanting, but not have enough knowledge points. So you have to wait anyway. But again, it's up to people what they want to do. I can log on my third account. This is my fourth account. The third one, I actually started out making enchanting and alchemy just to get the acuity. And I'm actually annoyed that I did that now. So the second time here, I made like the other one here to just make, so I only have to use one at the moment. I don't want to see when you're not to me, Shiska. Let's see. What is he writing? Ah, he's just writing radio. Okay, Basse, how long are you? How long I've been playing World of Warcraft? Either I started in the end of 2006 or in the start of 2007. I remember it's because my ex-boyfriend was getting me into it and we were together those years. So 18 years or so. But I haven't been doing it all the time. I played like a lot, really a lot in TBC and Red of the Lich King. And Catalysm kinda didn't catch me at all. No, I don't. And then I came back in Mob and was raid leading and stuff like that, and that kind of died out. Played a little bit, I would say, in Draenor. I've been touching, like the expansions, but I haven't really been playing like that. And then I got pregnant, so kind of yeah. Okay, all right. There we go. We have both of you with me. Actually, let me just level this up then, because I know it's a bit hard to start out. So one thing, let me just show this. Hold on, I need to set up so you guys can see my game display. There we go. All right. So this one I've been used for years. voteprofession.com. You can go in here. I'm not saying that you should follow it like one-to-one all the time, because sometimes it's gotta be more beneficial, like taking other path. But here in Alchemy, I will really say that it's barely what they're gonna tell you. So you have at least an idea how to start out. So I made these healing potions, as it says, and then we need to make this neutralizing constructions. I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. To be able to go in and make some experimenting. So let's just do that. Actually, I'm not gonna be using those because it looks like those I made was 9D on AHO. Let's see. 11. Yeah, let me sell them instead, and then let's go in and see if we can buy some cheaper one. I did buy somebody, but I'm usually just going into consumables. Then I know the pot is cheaper than the flask and the files. Killing expansion, and I don't know why it shows these, but see this one, Silent Foottails. It's very cheap. I want the 11G, right? This 10G. So, oh my god, now that's coming in like a commercial again. What the heck? This is the last time apparently I can tell it to skip it. So I'm sorry. Please let me know if you guys are getting a commercial and if I have to do anything. So, let's see here. I picked those here the other day, so we're gonna be using that. Oh.
My directive has been fulfilled.
I'm probably not gonna be doing it completely since I don't need this. I'm actually just using it to show you guys, so I'm just gonna keep it so you guys get it, but without like going completely up. So first of all, we need 2, I think it is, and later we need 5, so I think we're just gonna take all these. We'll explain the druid. What? No. Well, I literally just logged in. I think I have like 60 druids or something. However, I'm really not like, a druid person, but it's because of Mob's remakes I did it. There we go. Okay, let's see what it says then. Here we go. Then it says that we should use it on Mike Bloom, Blessing Blossom, Orbit, or Lure Drop. And Lure Drop tend to be more expensive than the Orbit, so we're gonna take the Orbit. And here might be something you, Basse, I believe, I don't know about you, Rod, want to like pay attention to. So first of all, I'm gonna take the Microbloom. And then we're gonna take the Blessed Blossom, and I apparently tore all those apart, so let's find it here. We're gonna take those here. We're actually gonna take all of those. And then you can see here of the knights is 6 and lure drop is almost 10, probably 11. Oh, okay, it was 11 earlier. So, but we're gonna take overnight. We're gonna take all of those as well. Hey, Viking. I made a guardian druid. Oh, I used to be a prot warrior. I just need to see which one it is so I can showcase it. It's this. Here we go. So, if you go under this one, you can see this one is using Microbloom, Orbinite, and Lure Drop. And this is for you, Basse, when you are using these experiments, depending on what herb you're using, let's say that I was using the spear, which is not here, I would never be able to discover this delight potion. So you need to make sure that if there's anything you really would like to discover, that you're using one of those herbs that's in it. And right now it's recommended that I was using either Orbinite or Lure Drop, because if I'm doing the Microbloom, there's like a hell lot of others that's using that. So I'm gonna be using the Orbinite. And as it says here, you craft one of each of these two, the slumping and the pencil. I'm actually gonna be doing it on all of them because I need the knowledge points, the first craft knowledge points. So I'm just gonna be using as low quality as possible because it doesn't really matter. I'm able to either reuse it or resell it. Oh, I used the healing potion which I already got. That was stupid. There we go. 30. Then we can learn this one. And now you don't have more, right? And that's why you're stuck. So we're just gonna take this one here as well. And I'm gonna do this one as well because I actually also tend to kind of save those first, what's it called? First craft to get it here so I get some kind of reward and doesn't make something. But right now I'm just gonna showcase you this, right? But this one, bubbling, Microbloom culture, is not something you'll get in a crafting order, so you can just use that one here and get that first crafting skill bonus. Because you are out for getting those knowledge points, so you can start right away. I think we have made all of them. Yeah, we have. Then I actually start out with making my Alchemist mastery tree first. And I know you're thinking like, but you want Thaumaturgy. However, you do have, after the change that they made in season 2, I think it is, you are now able to go over and respec completely, but you have to be sure that you're doing that correctly when it is, because you only can do it once. So I'm gonna start out with this. I'm gonna be putting in my knowledge points in these here, because they're gonna be making me a little bit easier to get to rank 2 instead of like using a lot of expensive materials or using concentration, because I can use that within 10 craft it's kind of done, and that gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna be relying on that eventually because I want the lowest cost I can when I'm speccing up. So now I have done all of those I could. Now I'm gonna go in and find, and here in the start, of course, I'm gonna be using higher materials because I have to. I don't have enough skills or knowledge points or anything that's gonna be providing anything that is like gonna be anywhere near those quality 2. And I want all of those knowledge points, especially these here, that's gonna be running out in 14 hours. How do I respec? I'll show you guys in a sec. Let me just go in here. So I'm actually, with my add-on Simcraft, I'm able to go into simulation mode. Also, by the way, if there's anything where I'm going too quickly, please let me know. Let's see. We're gonna take this one because it's the lowest first. If we're gonna take 2 here, I might not even be able to add the first one here to get over. So I can't even get over to what's it called, quality 2. So I'm 100% gonna be using my concentration on this one. And it's gonna be 170, so I might go in and use what I can to see if I'm able to like make it a little bit less. For example, this right now, I don't know if it's changed by the past 2 hours, but the Gilded Wild was up on 200G before, so I might as well just buy the quality 3 because it's cheaper than the quality 2 right now. I'm gonna be taking some more microblooms. And let's take 50 of the 50 of these. And the reason why I'm gonna do that, even so that I can't get over the line, is because I kind of want to be able to use as little consecration as possible. See, I'm so close. But actually use... No, I couldn't even use that. Never mind. I'm just gonna be doing this. There we go. And the same here. I can do that with what is it called? Bliss Move and Demortal. I can show that later. See here again. And now, all of those, I kind of would love to be able to make, but I can't. And what I do in the start is that this one is like, you know, done in 2 hours. I'm most likely not going to be able to do that. But I will go in and check, okay, if I should get this one, I need to do an experimentation with either Blessing Blossom or Microbloom. Then I would go in and check my recipes down here, see how many either portions, flasks, or files. Doesn't matter, this is PvP, so you're not gonna be learning them without having like a recipe you're actually learning. Like, you know, kind of like in old days where you didn't discover it. So here we have, that one has Blessing Blossom and Microbloom, so that doesn't matter. I could learn that either or, whatever herb I'm using. Here, this is Microbloom. So right now, Blessing Blossom would have like a 50% chance. Here again, Microbloom, no Blessing Blossom. Microbloom, no Blessing Blossom. The same. So right now, it will be very recommended for me to use the Blessing Blossom because I have a bigger chance to get the one I want. Does it make sense what I'm trying to showcase here? Bassa and Rod? Yes? Okay. But the thing is, okay, now I'm gonna come down to the flask and it has Blessing Blossom in almost any of those. However, I could also use them here. You got the, you try to get the rest, yeah, precisely. And for example, I did it earlier on one and I kind of want, yeah, it could have been nice if I was showcasing on that one because I wanted the I think I had like 3 something left, and I wanted the Tempered Mastery Flask. And there I had one with Blazing Blossom and the Spear. And the Spear, I think there was 4. But with the Blazing Blossom, there was 2. So if I did the experimentation with the Spear, there was 25% for me to get the right one I needed. But if I used the Blazing Blossom, where there was only 2 left to discover, I had a 50% chance. And it's probably not something people is thinking of, but I'm at least doing it because, you know, I want to be able to get those knowledge points as quick as possible. Okay, Vasa. So that's why I'm kind of like, you know, trying to make sure that I'm utilizing everything I can to be able to like discover that. So here, right, this is like the 7 days too. So the one that's like most important for me right now is actually the Reborn Cheetah. It's Microbloom, Spears, and Orbanites. And this is having Orbanite. It doesn't have an Orbanite, and it has Microbloom and Spear. Microbloom and Spear. Microbloom and Spear. Microbloom and Spear. See, for me, it seems like Orbanite. Right now, I'm just gonna do it quickly. I'm not doing the math and like looking at all of that, but I might actually do the one with Orbanite. Hope to get it as well. And until like I'm gonna blow up, I have this wild experimentation, and you could like do something and not get anything learned. Oh, now we got it. And you could also be lucky, like do it twice as I did, and get 2 discoveries at the same time. But yeah, I wanted this one because this one is gonna be running out in 14 hours. So I'm kind of like, you know, depending on the time there. So I'm just gonna be learning that. And I actually wanted to go boom, but we didn't. And now he is AFK. Well, we can watch that later though, if it is. I'm just gonna take something that's kind of cheap, which is Orbanite. Actually, I'm gonna take Blazing Blossom. I think that is cheaper right now. Nah, it's gonna be the same. Well, we're gonna be taking 100, and then I'm gonna hopefully go boom. There we go. So you don't have the... Oh, there we go. You don't have this experimentation before you have blown up. This one you can actually be doing all the time, but when you blow up, you will get a debuff, which I didn't get here first time, but you'll get a debuff that's telling you to, I can't remember, it was 15 minutes where you can't like go do it again. So basically you could learn all you want, but you're not 100% sure to discover a recipe all the time. If you're using this one where you're also gonna get 5 knowledge points, you are sure that you'll be getting 1 recipe learned until you don't have anything more. However, there's a day's cooldown or 20 hours cooldown on it. So if you're really in a rush, I think Basim might want to do this. You're able to do this one. And if you don't want to wait those 15 minutes, there is... Where is it? I haven't learned that one yet, have I? Let me see. This one. This is one coming from the Alchemy skill level. When you're 13 in, you're able to make this one, and then you pop it on and you have it for 10 minutes, where you basically just can do all the wild experimentations without blowing up. But it is gonna be quite expensive if you want to do it. I don't know, it depends on how much money. And it's like, you know, some people want to save and like take their time, others just want to rush it. However, again, it is really the thing with the knowledge points. So, and you can only do those 3 daily. So it kind of doesn't matter. If you have all the 3, you could just wait. So I know, Rob, you already have been picking these up. I don't know if Bassy has, but now we're waiting on him. Let's see if it's gonna come back. But here is where you actually is gonna be able to reset your professions. But again, remember, you can only do it once. So be sure that you're not like doing it halfway through and then change your mind, because then you're gonna be stuck with the knowledge points. So let me actually. Do you have any questions to this here, Rod? With the knowledge points? No, it's clear. Okay. Yeah, because you can. I don't know. I haven't done this myself with the rip. Yeah, you're welcome. With the rip, I haven't done this, so I'm able to get 47, and I'm just gonna tell this so Bassett he can watch it later if that is. But if he gonna go into Ashit Kets, I can't pronounce that. He can do one quest here and a quest here. There's like, it's a small quest line on 5 quests or something, and then you're able to be buying this one from Kets down here. Do you buy the book for the 200 Akoto, or is that's too expensive? Let me actually log the other one, because I think I bought the 200 and the 300. And now you're coming back. Okay. Well, timing. So on the one where I had a dual craft, I'm able to get all the QTS I want. Yes, right away I'm buying that. But again, I can't really start the process of Thaumaturgy before I had got the full spec. So again, there's no really need to rush it. However, here I have this dual, right? And I'm kind of like, short on the acuity. But I did buy all of them for my Alchemist. I didn't do it for the jewelry, and I'm just gonna tell if there's anyone the one for the jewelry, because I'm already gonna get 130 skills quite quickly in dual crafting, so there's nowhere needed it if it's only set up to prospecting. But the alchemy, I have this tool, and I'm actually having 300 more, which is standing in a guild order right now, having been making. So actually, to be able to be done, I'm just gonna be needing 125 more, and I am in need of. That's 50, 50. That's 100. Okay, I can do math. Oh, just give me a sec. So we got 100, we got 25, we got 17, and we got 15. And I need 200, right? So 200, minus, what was it? There we go. So I need, no, because this one is not the one. Hi, Iverson. You need 50 here, and then you're gonna need 55. Yeah, it is, Iverson. How are you doing? 55? It's because I've been streaming on my Danish one, by the way. You need 20 here, and 25, 25, and 25, and this calculator is telling me that I need 200. Isn't it 200? Let me see. Let's just actually check. 50 plus 55 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 20. Yeah, 200. Yeah. But that's too base. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Dang, 5 years. Yeah, dang. How you doing? What did I get to? Yeah. So I'm still lagging 33, and 33 times 3, I would have 14 days left, right? Oh, well, I don't, because there's gonna be coming a reset. Plus, it was there today. I can't remember if it's twice a week. It kind of also resets the Patreon orders where you're able to get like those where there's two, the big ones, where you will get 2 knowledge points. So it's probably gonna be a week, then I'm done. And in that time, I'm pretty sure that I've been getting enough artisan acuity as well. The 125 I'm missing, right? Because just out of those knowledge points I'm missing, gonna time that with 5. Because per knowledge point you're gonna get 5 acuity. I'm gonna get 215. So yes, I would use all on it. So oh, that's that I'm lacking 43, and I'm calculating that I can be getting 3 knowledge point per day from the crafting orders, the Patreon orders. So that would be like 14 days. But in a week there's gonna come a reset, and that 7 I will be able to get there, plus I am. I can't show it on this one actually. Hold on, let me. Damn. Yeah. Hey, Larsen. You know what? Let me just go into another one, and I can showcase you what I mean. We're just gonna pick one here. I don't even know if this has any progressions or anything. How you doing, Larsen? And far from that, leveling yesterday, and well, I mean, the one I was showing you right now, that's missing a little bit. I started it, I think it was the day before the reset, or else it was kind of when the Dark Moon Fair was ending. So I have like a week on it, week and a half top. Yeah, so it's actually not, it's not so bad as people are saying. Well, if you are like not patient, God damn, I have a lot here. If you're impatient as me, 100%, yeah, then it would. But I'm just gonna remember all that. Let's just get there quickly. And for Thaumaturgy, since you're like, your goblin, well, the skill really doesn't matter. Because you do want the full spec to get like, all the squeeze out you can, because when you're getting there, you're getting these extra, let me find it again. So let's say you're doing the microbloom. When you are breaking that down, you're gonna get wither cloth, bismuth, and dust, but you're also gonna get this here, which in this case, in this pool of those materials, it kind of like it's in the same pools. Gonna go into the same things. Like here, blessing blossom is in a pool with these materials. So if I was breaking ivonclaw ores down, I'll get those 3 materials. If I was gonna be breaking spears down, I'll get these 3 materials. If I'm gonna take the blessing blossom, I'm getting these 3. And if I were taking chargeable leather, I was getting these 3. But then I'm additionally also getting, in this case, volatile, and also maybe one of those, the black one here and the red one. And you kind of, you want more for what you're doing, right? That's also where the money comes in, because it's kind of extra. So it can look like it's not profitable for you when you're doing it. But when you start doing these others, let's say, for example, the red one, which is in a pool with all those kind of semi-expensive things like the dust, the bismuth, and the beaver cloth, that's a good thing to get all of those red. So it could be maybe like, it looks like you have, depending on how much you do, like 90K in red, like, But when you start going through those, you might end up having actually 150K in profit. But yeah, those also like, come from the tree. So like I would say wait until you have everything. You could start before, but you just, to be sure that it actually making you profit, you want to have the full spec. And how do you get the most 2K accuracy from the profession gear? Well, I'm on the other one where I'm getting the dual crafting and the what's it called, what's it called, the Alchemist. I'm just gonna do those daily Patreon runs where I can get 30 and 10 accuracy. It gonna go very quickly because I'm kind of limited on the time anyway. So let's say here you need 200 knowledge point for the Alchemist, and then you need 130 for the what's called for the dual crafter. So 330 knowledge points. Out of each knowledge point, except for the 24 you get from those like free, those that's giving like free where you're flying around in the world, right? They are not gonna give you any artisan acuity. However, everything else is. So I'm gonna be taking 23 away here and 23 away again for both. And then I am gonna have 228 where I'm gonna be able to get some artisan acuity from, and I'm gonna time that with 5 because you're gonna get 5 acuity each time. So that's 1,410 I'm gonna get out of the knowledge points. Then there's, as I said, the 10 and the 30 you are able to get, and I can't remember. I think it's 10 each day, maybe 2 times, at least 10. It's comes really often, and if you have 2 professions where you can do it, it's just gonna add up eventually. And as I said, I'm not gonna be buying those research books for the dual crafters, so I will be needing in total 300 times 6 because I need, the 2 wolves. All of them is gonna be 300 each times 3 times 2, which is gonna be 180. And then I need 200 from the small book, 300 from the other book, and 400 from the big one. Keep in mind though, I'm getting 50 back from each book. And I wish I could show a little bit. Yeah. Or the research. Yeah. What do you call those? Those is over here. I'll be buying those from the Alchemist, not the dual crafter. And now I don't have it. Yeah. Right. So eventually I'm gonna be needing 2,550. And I was able to get like 1,210 from the knowledge points I'm gonna be able to get. Actually, I'm not gonna be taking those 50 off because they are already in the calculation here. So let me just time that again. Sorry, that's my math that is just. Oh, what was it? It was to. What was it? Now I lost track. Sorry. I needed 300 times 6. plus 200 plus 300 plus 400. There we go. And yeah, there we go. And then we're gonna take this off with how many I got. So I need to get 1,290. How you make plus tempted? I told you when you were AFK. God damn. Let me just give me 2 seconds and I will show you then. And I mean, they're gonna come really quickly. Let me just finish off what I was showing you here and log on the other one as well, and you can see how quickly I'm gonna get it, almost likely. But just to finish up, there's like too many jumping around here for me. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't have any gold now.
What is your command?
So what I was about to say before we like got on this other part is that you're gonna be able to have these Patreon orders here as well, where you have. Now I don't have the add-on on where you can see it, but this is the one where you're like glimmering of alchemy knowledge. I have a feeling that it actually is resetting twice a week, at least once a week, but I kind of feel that I'm seeing them quite often. There's going, you know, and it's not a week that's going. I'm pretty sure it's twice a week. So out of those 3 where you're getting those small, this one, flicker of alchemy and knowledge, where you can get free each day, you're also gonna be having, like, this is one where it's double, then you have this one, look at this, you have the second one that's double, and and here you have access and security, and there again. Hold on, my son, give me just 2 seconds. Guys, give me just 30 seconds. I need to help my son. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so as I said, it's gonna come where you're able to like get quite a few extra acuity. So I mean, yeah, I would not really be afraid because I have been thinking that it's like, oh shit, I really need it. Oh my god, it's gonna take so long time, and then some days after, like, wow, I already got enough now to make one, and then it's gonna go a few days like, oh, now I can make one again. Huh? What happened? So actually gonna go quick. Unless you want it, to happen right away. So how are you gonna be making the tempted? So first I had like, Alchemist just to make concentration glass crafts. And then I made one to Thaumaturgy, but then it was quite annoying because it was set up with something else and it didn't even have space, and I was using it a little bit more, and I was like, okay, I want one of this only for that. And then I was like, oh, I can't do anything when I can't play at the same time. So I set up the second one, but the second one is also where I have like my characters in Classic. So I was like, oh shit, okay, I need a third account to set that up. And I was like, okay, now I'm actually making quite a good amount of money. Let me just get my last one up as well. And that's like, a few weeks ago, I kind of decided that. Yeah. I mean, right now, the Alchemist with the flask is not the best, but you could potentially make two if you want, right? But eventually you will get enough. It gonna go quickly. Like, see, all of these I already gotten within like a week and a half. So, Besse, how you gonna make that one? If you haven't unlearned it, you're gonna go in and check tempted. Where is that? Tempted. Which one of them, by the way? Is it mastery or swiftness? 2 hours flask would be so nice. Oh yeah, 100%. If you want that benefit, I would definitely do it. But I'm not afraid of all of them. Well, so you were gone. You might need to go back and watch this in the video when it does. But see, now I can't show you. God dang. Okay, let's say that I have a Patreon one here, and there is one that's giving a knowledge point, and you really want it. But you haven't learned it. Then one of the things that you could do is, because you learn it through experimentation, so everything is going to be R&D. But earlier on today, on this one, I had the mastery I wanted to learn. And the mastery is having, so as I spoke about in the first start of when we started out, when you're experimenting, the herb you're using is the one that's, you're gonna be discovering flask and pots that's having that herb. So if you are, let's say that you want this mastery, but you're using microbloom, you're never gonna be learning this mastery, because it doesn't have the microbloom in it. It doesn't have the orbanite either, or the lure drop. So if you want the template mastery, you have to go up and do experimentation with one of those two. So I really wanted this because it has a timer on 14 hours. I wanted to be sure that I actually did get that, knowledge point, or potentially had the chance. So I had the spear and the blessing blossom. I went in and checked those I haven't learned yet, because that's those I'm gonna be discovering, right? Not those here, because that's PvP, and you buy that from Action House, or you do PvP and get it. So I went in and checked here. This one is having microbloom, Orbinite, and spears, and the one I was looking for is using spear and blessing blossom, right? So that one could be sharing. I had potentially 50-50 with using spear. Now I'm gonna go in and do again. Oh, that one is having spears as well. That would be 1 out of 3%, chance to get it. Here, it didn't have any one of the same, so that one didn't matter. I wouldn't be able to learn that if it was. Then down here in files, oh, there was one that's having a blessing blossom, but that's like 1 out of 2 chance, or 50-50. And the last one here doesn't have as well. So potentially I could have used the spears and I would have 50% chance, but because there's the one here and the one I had, so which I discovered now, only those two are using blessing blossom, I have a 50% chance on discovering the one I need. So I decided to use my experimentation with blessing blossom. Does it make sense? It's kind of hard to explain when I can't showcase it right away. Yeah. I'll make it to a video afterwards. Yeah, I will. Let me see. What did you ask? Something I didn't respond on yet, Ruff? And this is the thing. This is not really the Thaumaturgy. This is just like scaling up, right? But one thing that's important, and in most cases for majority of the professions, you want to be 100 out of 100. If you have somebody, let's say like here for Alchemist, if you have a goblin, you're gonna be able to get 105. But you want to be 100 out of 100 for this skill, this talent. You want the tool and the accessories to be blue in quality 5 or rank 5, and you want specifically for Thaumaturgy to have it with resourcefulness and a resourcefulness rank 3 enchant, because you want to get more money out of your, more bang out, more money for your stuff, right? And if you can get some in return, you're gonna be lowering the cost of what you're creating. There's no multi-craft, there's no concentration, so all of that is not really gonna be needed for you. You want the resourcefulness. And then, as I spoke about, you want, now again, this is not the right setup. I'm gonna be changing that, but right now I'm just having this so I can save a little bit when I'm doing the Patreon on the gold, so I don't need to use quality 3 mats. Here we go. You need it in the first tree, Alchemy Mastery. You need this knot with full maxed out 50. You don't need any one of the others. And then you need Thaumaturgy, where you have to max out this one, this, and these 3. This one with transmutation doesn't matter. And that's a total of 200 knowledge point you will be needing. So just to sum it up, 100 skill, all quality 5 blue tools, and then you want 200 knowledge point in the correct tree. If you have anything else you want to ask, you can do that. I'm just gonna swap over so I can kind of showcase you a little bit what I mean with the knowledge point and how you're gonna find out what you want to do. If I have any characters that's not learned anything, I think I might have one. Oh, now I can see everything here. Hold on. Let me see. I think it's on my second account actually. So it doesn't matter. When you have enough skill, the rank 1, 2, and 3 will be giving you rank 2 materials. Doesn't matter which one. As long as you have all the right, skills and stuff like that, you will have enough. There we go. Let me find. This is one I'm reorganizing all of my my accounts. So I'm sorry, there's like a lot of Alchemist right now. This one I was like kind of setting up to do Alchemist, where I could maybe do rank 3 without having to use concentration, but then I kind of stuck with other stuff. So I'm not completing all of my tasks and my plans either. So don't mind that. Oh, now that's gonna come out again. Let me just deny it again. I hope you guys is not gonna get those commercials. Else let me know. So this one here, let's see. I know I haven't learned everything on that one. Let's see. Well, I might need to log another one to see if I'm lucky. Just gonna do those while I can. Since I'm forgetting it. I just need to check if I have what I need on this one with the artisan and QT. I do. Let me do this one. And I might also make sure to get it because I'm, probably not gonna be logging in on this for like a month or something and forget it and lose it. There we go. Which one could I have else? So this is the one I have set up. There's having the Thaumaturgy. I'm not quite sure if I finished all the experimentation and learned all the recipes. Let me just check. Else, I might have another one. That's the last shot I have. Else, I also have to show you tomorrow, or you probably could go back and watch it in the video here. Now I can see there's coming commercials. You have still undiscovered. Okay. I'm just gonna wait on you, Basil, to see so you are able to. Do you have any commissions going on right now, by the way? As I'm gonna dive into it. All right. It should be done in 30 seconds. I guess you have a break. Two things, guys. Egg freeze? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Alright, sorry. Bessie, can you hear me? I guess the commercial is over. Well, I'm just gonna find this. Yeah. Yeah, well, it was best just to see if he's getting it. Well, let's see if we are lucky. I've learned everything here as well. God damn. Actually, until he's gonna get and respond, I am trying the very last one I have. I believe that haven't learned all of the things that potentially could be showcasing him. Else he probably need to go back in the video and go. Rod, is there anything you would like to know else? Now I kind of got like, over an hour just talking about everything else but that. And I haven't been streaming for a very long time, so I'm also kind of like, rusty, as I said. This one is it. There we go. I think it's clear I was living in Enchanter with the second profession. Not sure if I should just see in as much as possible. Oh. I don't know. So, what did you write up further? I need to go back and see. You wrote something about 3 professions. Oh, that was, yeah, the profession. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It really depends on what you want. It's like I have a hell lot of enchanters, and I did also kind of like, have those to go and I don't know. It's like if you want to do these consecration with the enchanting, it's quite good, and I did a lot of that. But I kind of gotten a little bit of tired of that, twice a week I always have to log in and not really miss because, I don't know, I just hate to have like schedule things sometimes and be forced to it. Then I become a bit rebellious. It really depends. You could it really depends on how I am and how my real life is going. Right now, so I was really much into the profession, the enchanting with the profession being like kind of, limit to only do it like twice a week with the consecration. But I think I might have like, gotten too many suddenly. Apparently I have like around 20 now, and it just takes a hell lot of time, and then you need to sell it afterwards. And I could sell it slowly, but I am also the person that kind of wanted to like, get it out of my system, so I make sure that I don't like lose too much gold, because I have in the past, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna wait for 3 months until like a new expansion is gonna come. I'm not gonna get anything out of what it is and make it a loss, right? That's how it has been in the past for me before I started gold making. So now I just really want to, like, you know, get a clean page each day, if that makes sense. And that might not be the most healthy, because I could wait and, like, for example, I did a lot of Thaumaturgy the other day. I used all the day, but it was on my other account, so I could play something else, which I did in Classic. So it wasn't a big issue, but I didn't get it sold. And I was lucky at that point that the prices when I sold yesterday have been really, really going up. But it could also have been going down, right? So I had made it a lot. Give me 2 seconds, my son is yelling after me. Eh. Lucas, I'm already responding to you. We'll see. Give me just 2 seconds, guys. I'm sorry, I'm back again. Okay, I like the idea, practicing on my account while playing the other. Yeah. So yeah, I really just I will recommend. I think that again, it doesn't really, there's no right answer. But if you want one that's like, FK crafting, and you don't have to set up too many, and you don't have to log around, and you don't have to blah blah blah, 100% how it has been most profitable for me right now, I would take Alchemist for the Thaumaturgy, and then dual crafting for the prospecting and the gym sorry, gym crushing, because you don't need to look around. You'll get quite a lot depending on how big amount, but if you do as me, you'll get quite a lot of ores. You rather want to prospect than sell an auction house, because it's going to give you more outcome, like processing it a second time. So that will be my best recommendation. But again, you should really do what you want to. Again, I'm also like, I could set that up, but if I want to, on one character, I want to do Thaumaturgy, but on another one, I want to do like, dual crafting. I kind of like, need to account anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter on that part. But yeah, now I set it up like this, and I feel that, for my needs right now, it's the best, but it could change in a month, because then I might not want to, be standing and doing that, and then I want to do the enchanting again or something like that. Well, that's it. Are you here to see if I have anyone that isn't done of these Patreon orders? Oh shit, did I check these already? Oh god, I don't think I have them. Oh no. Come on. Shit, I don't think. No. Oh, I learned all of them, goddamn. Yeah, best. You just need to go back and watch it when I put it up as a video. Then it's easier for you to see what I meant. Else I will have to showcase it in another way. But I need a reset. I need to wait till tomorrow before I'm able to like hopefully get something I haven't learned. Is there anything else you guys is like thinking about it? Because this is more like, how to actually get skilled up, and how to like be quickest to get the knowledge points. I mean, how do I get almost 100 KP in a week? Okay, this is a lot of like moving around, but let me go over to the one I started out on, because there you can see all of those that's possible to get, but you can't see the others because I already got them and they're unique. I'm just looking in on it right now. Hold on. So there is unique knowledge points you can get. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I have myself again. Actually, I can see there's commercials. Just get that, and I'll be right with you. It's not easy with kids home. So I can see the commercial break is also over. Are you following me, Basil? Before I start telling you. Yes, okay. So you can see here, this is a WeakAuras. I can link this to you so you can be able to get it. But as you see here, the red is actually purple, but they're red because they don't have enough to, like, you know, obtain them. But all the way down to here, I would be able to get 48 knowledge points. So all of those that's free, that is where I'm gonna be flying around. Actually, I can show one of you up to you. I'm gonna be having these treasures. There's 2 in each area. Those. And when I'm learning it, you're gonna be giving me 3 knowledge points. Oh shit. And then I have up here, I can't remember how much reputation do you have to have, but you probably have it now by this time in the expansion. This guy
I have calibrated
is selling you this Alchemist one. It costs you 50 acuity and you'll get 50 back. So it's basically free. That's 10 knowledge points. And all of those here with the free, that's 24 in total. So now we are on 43. Oh, sorry, 33. I'm so bad at like pronouncing 40 and 30. Down here, you have free from each profession as well.
What do you seek?
Gonna cost 200, 300, and 400. And all of them, because it's 10 knowledge points, you're gonna, like 10 knowledge points, you're gonna get 5. So you'll get 50 from these here, you'll get 50 back. So it's actually 150, 250, and 350.
Hold your head high.
It's gonna cost you. And then you have some here. This was the one I was showing you right up here. Then you're gonna have, if you have enough rep with Undermine Exchange, you're able to buy that as well. I do believe that gonna cost 50 AQ2 as well. I'm not entirely sure because I don't even have enough rep myself. I've been slacking. And then you have this one where you can obtain it with catch. If you don't have enough catch, I have some, I always do. This one, that is, I think it's like 3 quests you're gonna do. No, you're gonna take this and then you're gonna do something. Like 2 quests you're gonna do, where you get 256 or 58 catch. Then I'm gonna fly over here, and that's also like 4 quests or something that is here. And then you have enough to go down and buy it, which is with a window down here. So you're actually able to get, now I learned 3 of those, you're potentially going to be able, with unique, get 48. Then you have the blue, there's the weeklies. There's 2 times 2 of those you are flying around with the dirt piles. You probably know which one I'm talking about, but I'm going to show you anyway. Those, there's purple. Let's see if we're lucky. We might not be so lucky. Here we go. This one. You're able to get the Alchemist Summit, I can't pronounce it, and the Deep Stone. And then you have the notice book. That's where you're gonna make, is it 2 or 3? I think it's 2 patron orders. And then you have the one that's, you know, where you learn it from a scribe, the treasury. That's gonna be 7 you can get each week. And that means we are almost up on 100.
Can I hold?
Hold, give me 2 things. I'm so sorry. Okay. And then there's the Patreon honors, which is at least 3 each day. But you might not be able if if you haven't learned or discovered the recipe, you can't do it. So it's like not entirely free, but it goes quickly. And if you do the trick I said, you most likely it's gonna be 50% more sufficient to get it. And as I also spoke about, each week, or actually I do believe it's twice a week, there's also gonna come the one that's calling Glimmer of the knowledge points in the Patreon orders. That's gonna give you 2. I think you can get like 2 or 3 of them. I'm really sure that's gonna be like twice a week, because they usually come with the rotation where you also have those the runes. What's it called? Let me just check control. I think I got 4 millions or so. So this one you're gonna be able to get. I'm really sure that it's twice a week. I have seen like Saturday, and was it today was reset, I guess, or late yesterday? So like Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, what is it today? Thursday? No, Tuesday? How do you pronounce it? I can't remember. That day and Sunday. So you're gonna be able to get like, them really quickly. I'm gonna be calling you Luca, by the way. Or Cruntle. Okay, now I'm gonna be relogging again here. Oh my god, now there's a common commercial again. Twitch has really pumped up those commercials. And I can't keep, telling them not to. It's like kind of limited, like how many times I can, say no. And even if I do, I feel it pops up with a commercial with some people anyway. So let's see, Control. I had 4.5 million. I was like, I came back in March. I had no goal whatsoever, but I can't show it because, like, a little bit over, no, less than a month ago, I had some issues on one character that kept like getting blurry and stuff like that, and I was like, it was weird. So I followed a guide they had made from Blizzard, and they kind of forgot to say that you'll be losing all your data. So yeah, I lost that. The sad part is I can get the 10 well, you don't need it. I mean, you want to see it again. Sorry, guys. I don't know if this was so bad when I was playing a New Day with Nicole. So yeah, I had like 4.5 million, and then I bought like for almost 3 millions tokens to get Blizzard Battle points, because my son really would love to be able to get to level 80, because he had not the War Within. And that was the summer sale, and I bought the epic one, and I can't remember how much that was. And then I was like, a few days after, I was like, oh, maybe I should get my third account. I had that one already, right? But without subscription and without having the War Within as well. So I bought that as well. You can actually see how it's diving right here. And then I was like, on the last day, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing with, like, my last account. Number War Within is 1.7 million. Oh, you started with that or what? I started I had like 100, less than 100,000 when I got it back, because I just paid for a subscription but didn't really play because I've been in rhythm and stuff like that. No. Number War Within is one oh yeah. Okay, like I get what I mean. And what it costs in Blizzard points. Sorry, what it costs to get the Blizzard balance. Yeah. But yeah, I managed to get that subscription on 2 and the game on 2 in normal mode, and then the epic mode where there's also subscription in to my son. So bought 3 games, and I dropped to, you can see it's almost 3 millions or even more, it says. But I have this journal. God damn, my mouse is double clicking. You can see here it says that I have been using 2.8 millions on that. There we go, 2.8 millions. So, and okay, so I got 4 million now, but I haven't sold the things I bought today. I didn't buy much. Numbers were quite bad. And I was getting, ready to show this to Besse, wanted to get help with the Alchemist. But you guys can see here, I'm buying, I'm getting buying again, selling, buying again. It's it was first yesterday. I actually got sold some of my things out, and I still have some with value in it. So it might be I don't know. See, I have 100K coming in there as well. So I don't know. Maybe 1.5 when I'm done with selling the things I have. Potentially. Oh, conversion break. Okay, great.
My directive.
Let's see. Make this, refine those. Oh, you don't have it? Oh, that's why I didn't. Okay, I thought. Okay, no one. Yeah, hey, Major. Of course I'm alive. Why wouldn't I be? It sounds funny because people. This is people that's coming from the Danish, and it's what? It's March. I was streaming last or something, but then this one is 3 years I haven't been active. Well, I'm not older than you, Major. Oh, you had switched server? Oh, yeah, I can actually see that. I didn't even know. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Flashing all here, huh? So yeah, then I can respond to your question. Sorry. I have 4.1 million, and I have a little bit on my other account as well, so it doesn't calculate that. And what did I have here? In value, I have around 60, 70, 130, 210. I'm just like scaling it down, right? Oh, so 350. And if I'm gonna sell those things that's on the others as well, I probably have like, I don't know, 400 here. Did I miss the setup? Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, actually I did. Oh, so I didn't even know that I had music on this one. God damn it. Yeah, you did, but I'm gonna, I'm still like, trying to respond if anyone has questions to it. But as I'm gonna like, save it as a video. But, it's just gonna be like a little bit rusty. Oh, thank you so much, Fessa. I don't know why I have music on this one. It usually is only a sub, but as I said, I had to like quickly take my settings from my Danish Twitch to this. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be putting it up on. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and put it in there. That probably is like a little bit easier. But you could see this is hard for me to make a video about, especially because I'm not, editing it anything, and then it's kind of hard to like, explain on it and start like, when I hit the 20 mark, 20 minutes mark, I was like, oh, this is not really gonna be good. I used to be a raid leader company. Right now I'm also like playing classic. But because I become a parent, I kind of, did the goldmaking part because raiding is not so great with being a single mother at that time of the day. Right, do you need any, and do you have any questions with the setup if it is, we didn't completely finish it yet. Oh, well, that depends if Blusa has any questions though. Yeah, I do. I assume that you're playing in the NA. Yeah. I mean, you can come to EU. It seems like that's where the most is playing. Just make some gold, get some Blizzard balance, and pay, the subscription for the EU with that, and you're easily here, and it's so easy to level. I mean, I could consider like, doing it just for fun. I know a lot of others, gold makers, like, doing combos on the EU and NA. Right, if you're still here, let me know if there's anything you would like me to go over. I could, but else I might, end this and see if I can highlight it so it stays. But else I'm gonna, drag it out and make a YouTube account. I don't think I have an old one that's used for some other gaming on the on a mobile. But I could actually reuse that maybe and put it in there. What I can see is 40 to 50 points for the first time doing the alchemy. What do you mean? You what? What you can see? Oh, see. So yesterday I sold to 26 and a half or something because I was slow with like, you know, I had overboard, as you see. Overboard materials. And I couldn't complete it because I only had like one I could do it on because I wanted to play mob at the same time or classic. So that actually ended up giving me more gold. It's not bad. And now I feel like, you know, I kind of felt like those almost 3 million. I was like, oh shit, I'm behind. I've lost those. Even so that it went into a game, right? But me mentally is just like, oh my god, stressing out. I'm behind. And now I'm finally like, okay, now we're back to square 0. Now it's gonna be hopefully going up. But the problem is I need to buy tokens again within like, I think the first one is like in 12 days. So it's like, oh no, it's 400k. What is it actually on now? It was 420 or 450 the other day. It's like, oh, it's so high. I'm probably just gonna be buying, hopefully, tokens in mob. You mean knowledge point. What do you mean that what I can see is 4 to 50 points for the first time doing the alchemy? Oh, you mean first time craft bonus. Is that what you mean? But because yes, they are also there. So you see, you're quite easily gonna get those 100. And again, you wasn't there when I was telling you this, but you have 2 types of experiments. You have this wild one, you can keep going until you blow up, and then you have a cooldown on 10 or 15. I think it was 15, but they changed it to 10. I think that's how it is. However, you could actually do that with using, where is it? This. If you use this, you drink that, you can keep like, you know, doing the what's it called, the experimentation, and you wouldn't blow up. However, with this wide experimentation, you are not guaranteed 100% that you will be learning a new recipe or discover a new recipe. So it could potentially become quite costly for you to get the you know, the proficiency up. Then you have this experimentation, which is a daily cooldown, or well, it's 20 hours, where you 100% is gonna learn, oh well, you know, 100 if you're gonna make sure that you're using the herbs in those you're missing, right? If you're like, you know, learned all of those with microbloom, I haven't tried it, but you know, if you use that and you don't have any more with microbloom in it, it's gonna be wasted, I guess. I could actually try on this one. No, because it says I have learned everything. I might try that tomorrow. One, if I can. Else I can the day after, because then the Blessing Blossom is only having one left. So potentially could, but that will become costly, and since you kind of still have to wait on those last knowledge points with the patron orders, it doesn't really make sense to like, you know, just like burst out and use a lot of money. You could just like, you know, wait. It's not really going to be taking that much more time. Yeah, I'm still in New Day's Discord. I have been thinking if I should like, you know, get back a few times. Are you still playing in that, by the way? So yeah, Lusa, I would recommend you just use this one. If there's something where you're like, really unlucky and really would like to have this what's it called? The discovery, because the knowledge point is like gonna run out in, let's say, 14 hours, and you really would like to have that and not skip it, then you could run this one until you get it. Just make sure that you're like using the experimentation on a herb that's in that specific recipe. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, what are you playing now? Are you still like, playing Luca? And how is it going on the server? I got so stressed, like on Nicole, like there was so many people that would, because I cared on her. People would prefer her to be like, a part of those stories and all that, but it, it became really like almost a job for me, because it was like, there was so much I could barely. Yeah, I don't know. I spent so many hours. It was almost, I should have like, gotten like money for it. I've been rich. I've been like, getting payment out of the game as a cop. But I actually like, the stories, and especially in New Day, I feel that people like, it's like, it's not PvP as it is like, I know there's a lot in Danish communities, but I also know there is kind of in the, American or international. So I kind of like New Day, the way where they are deep diving majority of the people. Still winging it out to exotic. Oh, dang. Yeah, I usually, it's like, my character is usually having something with the mechanics to do, but, when I played Nicole, I didn't really, right? Oh, see, this is high as well. It's up on, like, 34 for, like, almost a day. Usually it drops so quickly, I feel. What aspect of the game are you playing, Console? Oh, now I can see there's coming commercials again. This is like crazy. That's actually crazy. I don't think I have seen so many commercials before, but of course it's also some time since I've been streaming. That's actually wild. They're like really forcing people to get to a subs and stuff like that. My question was, what aspect of the game are you playing? I doubt it, that it's gourmet. Not many is doing that. Yeah, and WoW? Yeah. Nah, that's too much. Actually, what I've learned is I should sell at night, because then, I'm not gonna like, if I see him getting undercut or something, or like a bunch on top of me, I should kind of wait. People say a lot of cancer scanning is the way to sell, but it's not always how it is, but I lose a lot in the deposit fees when I'm canceling it. So I need to do it when I'm not in the game, because then I'm often coming in and like it's sold anyway. I'm just too impatient. You've been running the elves, really? Oh. Like a lot, or just more like chilled? They're dropping in price too. Did I sell those? Maybe we should keep those if I wanna like cross them, because that's the lowest price, the one I'll get least for. This is like 9 gold more, so I kind of want to sell them instead of this. I haven't really been doing much still. I basically have barely been doing any content actually. And that might be like, why are you playing so much? I think some people was thinking that, like, why are you playing the game where it's only gold making or profession and you barely get anything out of the game else? But I just think, it's something that's becoming like, I don't know, a trend for yourself, or not a trend, but how do you, like, it's something where you're like, competing with yourself. Can I do it better? And it's just become like, kind of entertaining in that way, where it's like I could see it being boring. Oh, well, I thought that myself until like I kind of went into it. Well, actually, the reason was that I couldn't rate, right? And I stopped it back in like mob rating. And I got back in 19, where I started playing GTA and streaming and and stopped with that at some point. And when I got back in Shadowlands, which is like already, what, 4 years ago, I kind of wanted to make some content for WoW, but I hadn't, like, I haven't had any viewers there, and everything had just been GTA. So I was like, oh, what can I do? I'm not gonna be streaming anything fun. I'm not gonna be raiding. What about maybe gold making? And I didn't know if I was able to make gold. And I had like 72 Ks and no experience with like anything. I barely touched AO because I was like not cancer scanning and felt that I was always like, losing money if I was doing anything. So barely did anything. And then I was like, oh, maybe before I'm gonna do any content, I should test out if I'm able to even make money. And even though that it was very late in Shadowlands and all the hype about the legendaries was kind of gone, same was the profit. I ended up making like 5 million in like 2 months. And I thought that was fast. And then I figured out that was, well, that was in Dragonflight. Somebody told me, like, oh, 5 minutes is actually pretty good. Oh, okay, maybe I know a little bit. But I felt like I didn't. And then I kind of like, stopped playing, but still paid my subscription for 2 accounts and my son. So there was 5 million for like, disappearing quite fast. And then I got back and had to like rush to get enough gold to be able to have my subscription open. And then I got like 3 million, and then I did the same again. I had to get in and rush, and I did it one more time. And then I got back here in March, where I had like 100K left. I was like, okay, let's see. And I may actually sell a lot. I was like, what? I didn't think there was any money back to be made. And now I've been kind of consistent since March, but without like, killing it. But I know that eventually it's like, I probably shouldn't do too much because then I'm gonna lose interest in it. And I think that's good right now with mob coming out, that I can do something else, because it is getting a little bit, the same with Warfare. But Bassett, did you get anything out of it? Did you, was it helpful at all? Oh, did you send me something on Discord and remove it again, by the way? Because I could see somebody when I was like opening it, I could see there was something from New Day and it started with a K, but now it's gone and I cannot find it. for whatever reason. I don't even know why it's coming. Oh, there we go. One. Oh, what the heck? Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't think I have. Is this secret? Or can I look at it right now? It's you that's typing, right? I can only see K dot dot dot. Hold on, myself. Okay, I'll look when I'm not streaming one. I don't think I have it. Sorry, I have my son here with his phone. Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to figure out to get more and more announcement. Well, you know, if you have the hours and you get, let me see. Did I spell that wrong? WeakAuras? No, I turned it off. Okay. M U no M Y U I think or something like that. I can send you the string to it or the you can look it up. Actually, let me just WeakAuras. So if you're gonna get WeakAuras, if you don't have it, and you go in and search this on Google, let me find it. By the way, because I have moved and I haven't streamed there since then. I have barely been speaking with somebody. How is the sound, by the way? Is that okay? Is it like, is there a lot of background noise? Is there like, I have a little bit in the room, but I'm not entirely sure if it's like, making like, what's it called? I don't know what's it called in English, actually. Like, when you have an empty room, you can kind of hear yourself, the sound. I don't know. Okay, this one, if you look that up and put that in, you'll be able to get this here echo. Yeah, but no, not echo, but yeah, kind of. Let's just call it that. So you can see here, the orange one, it's actually standing down here, is the one that's missing. The purple one, well, they're red right now because they don't have enough to buy them. They are unique one times. Then there is the green one, there's a catch up. And then there's the weekly one you can do, each week. So if you just go in and get that basic, I would recommend that. There's also this one here, weekly knowledge. Here you can see all of your professions. And then you're able to go in here with the checklist. I haven't been doing much with this one, by the way. And you're also able to click here, and then you can see where is it? This one here, what's I'm missing. Yeah, that's the one in there. What's it called in Undermined. But I don't have enough rip. I haven't really been playing that much. Which could come in handy now. So if you have that, you're able to get it quite quickly in 2.5 weeks to finish the setup. But yeah, I can see it's getting a little bit late if I should make some dinner. So I'm gonna be ending it here, and then I'm gonna be putting it out as a video. I'll send it to you, Lusa, so you have it. I don't know if it's gonna be like, today or if it's gonna be tomorrow, but I'll highlight this, so this isn't gonna be available right away, but to be able to also keep it and not have it as a highlight, I'm gonna be putting that on YouTube. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, you can just ask if there's anything. I don't know if we really got into it. It's so hard to explain, especially because I haven't been speaking English for quite a bit. So I'm also kind of struggling like talking, I feel. So I feel you didn't really get anything out of it. But yeah, again, the most important thing is get 100 skills, get quality, 5 blue accessory and tools, and the tools has to have resourcefulness and also be enchanted with resourcefulness rank 3. And the setup is gonna be in this one, Alchemist Mastery, the 50 points here. These doesn't matter, it's just because I have enough knowledge points to it. So the 50 here, and in Thaumaturgy, this one doesn't matter either, only this one with the 55, the 20, the 25, 25, and 25. It's gonna be 200 in total. That is basically what you're gonna be needing, and then you are able to go and doing Thaumaturgy most sufficient as possible. And I don't recall if you remember what I said in the start, but you will most likely be, let me just share here, be using what is kind of the most profitable is gonna be at the time, right now at least, Microbloom and Bismuth has been giving profit, but else the one that is tending to give profit most likely the often one and the biggest one is gonna be blooming Chin Chin, yeah, not Tintin, but you know what I mean, and Stormchop Slither. Sometimes also Blessing Blossom. No, I did not. This is one called Drizzling Rose. She have like 65 alchemists and have had that since Warlord of Draenor, as far as I know, almost. And sometime Orbinite can as well. It really depends on the day, if anyone is like, drumming in a low, but I would say these two is the most common you're gonna be using, and these two is like the next, if it is. Blazing Blossom and Orbinite is a little bit not so often as those. Yeah, right? I mean, I can't remember, but she has been testing something. I really like this one. I don't even know how to use this mirror. Like if I was setting it up, I was trying to do something at some point. It's like, well, it's also hard to start out. Like, it will be, easier to reuse this in the next expansion, right? Because you already had the setup, right? But yeah. So to explain this, yeah. I know what it is, but I feel it's have a clean plate is very hard to make something. But if you look here, you have all the herbs in this row. Then you have all the ores, skins and scales, and cloth, and then you have dust and these extra things that's coming out when you are Thaumaturgying. Oh my god, now there's coming a goddamn break again. Well, I'm just gonna be speaking. Hopefully, I turned it down. I don't know if we're gonna be running anyway. But the microbloom is gonna be going down in this row here, right? They're like kind of having the same pool. So if I'm gonna be breaking down microbloom, I'm gonna be getting reaver cloth, bismuth, storm dust, and then I'm gonna get omninus. And I'm also like, sometimes gonna get volatile or macroel, or how you say it, the black one. If I'm taking bismuth, I'll still like get the same materials, but instead of bismuth, I'll get the microbloom now, because now it's the bismuth I'm breaking down, right? Here it's gonna be the same down in this road here, right? They have the same pool, and the same for, well, this is like kind of how this is like here, because there's too many too many herbs compared to ores and skin. And then you'll have this extra materials, these transmutagen, and that's basically gonna be free stuff. And that might be the thing that's like tipping from you going to make a big negative profit, which is not profit, right? But you're gonna like lose money, to maybe actually making a huge amount of gold. So it's not like always thinking like, oh, this is looking like I'm making less, because you have to process those as well, and that might be the thing that's like going in and tipping the scale and making it maybe like a potentially very big profit. Of course, you also have the thing is anyone dropping the price in the meantime. That's why I kind of like not gonna go too low with the profits, because there's also like I'm counting this in that it might go down potentially. But the one that's like gonna give you most, as the prices is right now, is the red one, because it's gonna give you bismuth, storm dust, and microbloom, and then the cloth. I kind of feel this section here is like the premium. I know that microbloom is like kind of the one that's like an average, but you have the bismuth, which is like the most expensive of the ores. You have the dust, and then you have the cloth. That's kind of the premium one. But again, like you can make easily 50, depending on how big of a scale. You can easily make 50K profit. So that's money to be made. That it is. Well, I'll be stopping it now, and hopefully I hope that this was helping somebody to at least like get some kind of idea with the transmutagy. Well, more likely how to start out to potentially start the transmutagy. And I'm sure that I'm pronouncing it correctly. Thaumaturgy? Thaumaturgy? I don't know how to, but I really hope that Blizzard is gonna be finding some better names next time. It's gonna be rough for my tongue. Have a good one, guys. Bye.